nomás.
Hi.
Un guapanguito. Nomás para empezar el party. Welcome to #PVT Rock and Roll James con ustedes, Wednesday Night Edition. Quiero darle las gracias a Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women. Give them a call, 956-441-2188. Si ya no tienes nada de ganas de, tú sabes, dar una revolcada en la recámara con la baby doll, chihuahua. I'm feeling sluggish, tired, gain weight. Pues ahí te componen, papá. 956-441-2188. Jaime,
Yes,
si necesitas
sir.
esquina, carnal, te mando para Dr. T's, carnal.
Vámonos con
Ya, estamos cerquita de los Big
Ya,
6-0,
Ahí
carnal.
estamos, ya vamos llegando.
Ya vamos llegando. No, yo ya llegué.
Ah.
Tienen un producto
Un producto.
que no me cae, te shut up.
Shut up.
Si lo usas, tu señora ya no te va a querer dejar ir para afuera de la casa sin los huercos, carnal. Neta, carnal. Neta, carnal.
Bien.
Sí. Él te hace recién hecha tortitas en la mañana también y todo. Se llama Try Mix ese jale, carnal.
Really?
Sí, cállate la boca, shut up.
¿Con un tequilita o no? Nomás.
Ey, está mejor. Ey,
That'll work.
no, ey, te van a
That's how
decir.
the grandpas used to do it back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Tequilazo y vámonos.
Grandpa's cough medicine.
That was grandpa's Dr. T back in the day.
Aquí estamos, está blushing la esposa de Jaime, quien sea de nosotros. ¿Cómo se llama tu wife, bro?
Se llama Marta.
A Marta, salúdale a todos, Marta.
Mucho gusto. Marta Farias.
Órale, ahí le voy a pasar un try mix para que olvídate, cállate la boca, chera.
No me van a correr la casa, tocayo. Órale. Ya valió.
No te corren en la casa,
Me van
no
a-
te dejan que salgas de
me
la
van a amarrar,
casa.
me van a amarrar.
Te van a amarrar, se va a hacer tóxica. Se va a hacer tóxica.
No la conoces. ¿no?
Sí. A ver, platícame.
We want to know. We want to know.
Yeah.
Ey.
I was always gone from the house for a long time.
Ya sé, carnal. Cuando estaban tú y tus carnales, la Tropa F en todo lo que daba,
Well,
carnal.
andamos en todo ya.
Wow, man.
Those were good times.
Those were
were
damn good times, man.
Yes, sir.
Ustedes, back in the day, en los 1990, pues ustedes empezaron de chavalos.
Oh, yeah.
¿En qué año estaba tu jefito cuando hasta traban los
afros?
I remember I went to your house and you had a picture and all of you guys had afros on
It's still
even
there.
your dad, bro.
It's still there, tocayo.
Sí.
It's still there. Yes,
bro,
sir.
I want you to take a picture of it y mándamelo, carnal, because
Oh,
I tried
yeah.
looking for one in Google y no pude ver un picture con ustedes en afros, carnal.
And afros.
I'll
Nomás
get you.
alcancé a sacar unos pictures y le enseñan uno de los pictures, baby, a ver.
Let's
Ah,
see.
dame dos blurry un poquito.
This one?
Mira
Oh,
este.
yeah, no, hombre.
Los hermanos Farias
Oh, my
llorando en
God.
silencio.
El background is a school bus.
Ey.
That was our first tour bus. It was a school, 72 passenger school bus, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, agarramos 3 días para llegar a Houston.
Oh,
We
Ey,
get there.
te tenías que pagar cada 2 horas echar gada. Pon el otro, man. Put the picture we were just watching. Ahorita. Now, the guy, is that Chente Barrera in the middle?
Yeah, that is Chente.
That's Chente. Está bien
Yeah.
flaquito
Wow.
ahí.
Estaba chiquito, mijo. Estaba chiquito.
Estaba chiquito.
Yeah.
Sí, guau. Y tira Jaime.
No,
Eh.
shut up.
Ya estabas con él cuando estaba ahí en ese picture. Todavía no.
No,
todavía no lo conocía.
Todavía no, tocayo.
So, ¿cuándo lo sacaste de la cuna? Ay, a la
That's a good one.
Así.
Oh, my God.
Pon el picture otra vez, babe. So, Chente Barrera, was he playing drums with you guys there?
Chente right there was doing keyboards.
Órale.
Yeah, my brother Juan was still on drums.
Órale.
I was doing the bass because my carnal Jesse
Ajá.
was levantando weights con los test tubers in that
Ah,
time.
ah, sí, no,
Yeah, se puso bien chingonote.
Ay, bien
el
chingones
huercos.
esos vatos, ¿no? Los Test Tube Babies.
Ya
los
de-
Desperados. se
Lo
llama.
visitaba mi carnal, ya no lo conocía.
No.
Estaba bien papá.
Bien buff. Ahí pues. Todos vientándoles calzones en stage y la chingada. Ahora los calzones nos vientan un calzón y tapa toda la drum
Tapa
kit y la
todo.
chingada.
Oh,
Cállate
my
la boca, carnal.
gosh.
Chica, cállate la boca.
Different. It's different.
A ver, el otro picture, babe. But that's Jaime on the top right corner, right?
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
And then, well, let's see what other picture I got here, man. I like looking at all. Ahí es cuando agarraron los pinches trench coats, andaban bien tombstone de a madre de ese tiempo, carnal.
Look at
Mira,
that.
mira, watch a Jaime. Jaime trae un mustache de permanent marker.
Sí, güey.
The chick that was taking the pictures, she said, "You need a mustache." Really? It hasn't come out yet. I'll take care of it, honey. Yeah.
Ay, güey. Le dijo honey.
Puro Sharpie.
Una
Todavía no lo
chinguita de
conocía.
que me hubieran puesto a la baby doll.
Era puro Sharpie.
Era Sharpie.
It was
Hey, para quitarlo tú.
A ver, pon el picture otra vez, para verlo, a ver. Oye, pinche bigotote de Vicente Fernández, carnal. Sústame, one time.
Yikes.
Oye, ¿y Joe se hizo curl las eyelashes o qué? Se hizo curl las eyelashes. Es que,
Yeah,
pues, en ese
probably.
tiempo es the 90s, güey, cuando estaban haciendo chingo de feria.
Te
vato.
ponían make-up, te ponían todo.
Sí,
papá.
no, fácil, bro. El record label, ¿con quién estaban? ¿Qué pero ustedes están con qué pero?
Yeah, we did. The first one, we signed up with Manny. It was RP Records, but we were distributed by CBS Records.
Órale.
So CBS Records, de ahí los fuimos con Sony Records. From Sony Records, we went to Capital EMI. No, Wea Latina was somewhere there in the middle.
Sí,
Y luego entramos con EMI.
sí, todas las disqueras.
Yeah.
Oye, ¿y a cuál disquera les cayó más de aquellas a ustedes?
No,
carnal?
no argument was Capital EMI.
Ya, pues, el Joe Bejar, ¿no? Se llama.
Yeah, José Bejar, Manolo González,
Ajá.
Jan Ortiz.
Ah, sí.
Hijo, there was just a good family in there, man.
Ajá.
Y no te podías quejar de nada, because
No.
they would give it out to you, man.
Y ustedes eran uno de los top notch, ¿no? De los signees.
The numbers were there, so everything was working good.
Estaban a todo lo que da. Y todavía no sacaban a Juan Sabor, ¿verdad?
No, not.
Yeah.
Juan Sabor no salió hasta maybe, 95, I think 95, yeah.
Yeah, 95. So, ¿con qué label estaban ahí?
That was with the EMI.
EMI, sí.
Juan Sabor was a smash hit,
Big time.
gracias a Dios. But man, ya merito no se grababa.
Yeah.
Man, I love the video on that song.
Sí, bro.
Yeah.
Video, that guy was literally the first Bronco 956. If you really think about it. If you really think about it.
Simón.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Oh
That
my
was the
God.
first El Bronco 956
Yeah.
song
Yeah.
that we ever. And let me tell you a quick story about that song. When I was in elementary, we went to like this dance. I was in second grade. And I love this song because siempre salía en el bus en la mañana. And you know the bus drivers. The bus drivers siempre están
Yeah.
escuchando Tejano. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
El bus driver con el classic mullet y la chingada.
Hey.
Yeah, and then en el DJ que estaba tocando le fui y le dije, hey man, play Juan Sabor. Órale, me la hizo play. You know, in the middle of the song, it does the Oye, me subí on stage and that was like my solo, like my air accordion. Oye, todos los que. Oh my God, that was like my first taste of being a rock star, man.
That's what
Cheers
it's all
to
about.
that.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Wow. ¿Y por qué a mero no se grababa esta rola, bro?
At the time that I was working on this song, Juan Sabor se cambió about maybe 3-4 times. I was a producer, songwriter for Tropa F. I presented the song to my brothers y dijeron, no way, se hizo el Royal Rumble, saltaron silletas, saltó todo el rack.
Y es porque no era tradicional la rola, ¿verdad?
Exactly, exactly.
Porque este ritmo, I don't even know what to call it.
My brother Jesse from the bass, che, cumbias de África, vato, yo no lo voy a grabar. Hijo, vato. So, we were at my sister's rehearsing in my sister's living room at her house.
Ajá.
So, after rehearsal, we had to go buy all the furniture because we screwed everything up in there.
Hombre, chingo de corajes y la
Pasó lo que
chingada.
pasó, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
no holds barred.
Yeah. It was our sister house.
Sí.
Fuimos y le compramos todo otra vez parejita. We still
Yeah.
love you, sister. Because of us.
Como Led Zeppelin, estos vatos destroying rooms
I
y la
know.
chingada.
Hey,
la
what
chingada
do you
de
mean
feria.
we're gonna record that song? Yeah.
Yep.
Let me throw the television out into the swimming pool.
And, but the thing was, Manolo, when he heard it, was, mano, este va a ser un trancazo. No lo dejes ir. Dice Manolo, dile a tus hermanos que este va a ser un trancazo, mano. No sabe qué va a pasar con esta canción.
Era cubano el vato,
Ya,
¿verdad?
yo ya lo sé, manito. Vas a hacer, mira, te va a ir muy bien.
Sí.
I'm like, well, I got to convince these guys that it's going to happen. So, yeah, we all sat down, and this is what the company wants. It's not what I want. I only write the music. I produce it. Whatever they say goes. This is what he's saying, man. This is what he wants. La grabamos en... No, hombre, fue un...
Y de ahí el video.
We had no business being in Miami in a salsa radio station doing an interview. We had
we're looking like Tombstone.
Yeah, we had no business there, bro. Yeah, I just traía esta canción. After we won the Billboard Award.
Incredible, man.
It was a chemistry that it's easy to talk about it now. Yeah, you know. We are older. Ya crecimos todos, you know. And back then, you had a songwriter, producer. You had a bass player and a drummer that had been playing since they were kids. You had Joe. Joe was our mentor, man. Joe, the bajo player.
Sí.
He taught us all, de chiquitos.
Joe Farias.
Yeah, Joe Farias, my brother.
Hey.
Lo juntamos en la sala. Mom never had a living room because that was our practice room. No, nunca hubo sofá, nada, nice chandelier, no, because our instruments were literally nailed to the piso, bro. We never knew nothing about baseball, football, no sports, no music. That's what our mom and dad had us into.
Yes, sir.
La cosa era, Joe was our mentor. Los enseñaba de chiquitos. Vas a cantar esta, vas a tocar esto. It's up to you to take it to wherever you want to take it. I'm going to show you the basics, carnalitos. His dream was always to have his brothers on stage with him, bro. That was always his dream. He got tired of, hijo, no puedo ir este weekend. Oh, let me get this guy.
Yeah.
You know,
No jala se jale, bro.
Don't take me wrong. They were all good musicians. All of them good. But to be dedicated.
And to create a chemistry.
Yeah.
To where, hey, man, you could do it asleep, bro.
And,
you know what I mean?
And Joe did it as Los Hermanos Farias, bro. I mean, with Hacienda Records, Joy International, whatever we recorded.
I like that shit back then, bro. That Hacienda stuff is good.
Era puro hardcore, bro. Hardcore. We would play 4 hours without stopping.
Wow.
Forget about going to the bathroom. It didn't exist for my brother Joe. We had teachers made el conjunto que no para. Ni para ir al restroom.
No más que no le pongan cele between no para, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
Oh my God.
And you know what was funny?
Joke feo, chica.
Ahorita, we're going to have to call
El quién?
the one you were talking about earlier.
Dr. T.
Carnalito, toda la noche, carnal.
Oh my God.
So you know
Your
what
wife will be going, get away from me!
Quítate, animal.
Quítate, animal.
the funny part was we were playing on stage for 4 hours, right? Non-stop exhausted, man. My dad would get on stage, and I'm talking, we would play in New Braunfels, Seguin, San Marcos, ahí close to San Antonio. That's the furthest we went. My dad would get on stage to sing 2 songs. Y se le paraba toda la gente en el frente, bro.
Oh,
My dad was a showman.
yeah.
My dad would sing, se estaba moviendo like Chuck Berry to the left, to the right.
I wish I would have seen you all with your dad, dude. I never got to see you guys with your dad, bro.
To me, he wasn't, the greatest singer of the world. He was my dad. To me, he was a singer.
Yeah.
Pero just his showmanship, bro. What he would give the people.
He's an entertainer.
Yeah, there you go. He was an entertainer. After he got all the people on stage, he told everybody, good night. Estábamos tocando otra vez sin nadie en el frente, but we're just playing again.
Yeah.
And wow, that how can I say, you learn to appreciate where you come from. Yeah, we had a lot of éxito, man. Gracias a Diosito, gracias to all the people that supported la Tropa F. Sí tuvimos éxito, but it didn't come easy. It's never easy, bro. It's not like, I'm going to get up today and write a song. I wish it worked that way.
It's just the dynamic of creating music, dude. I mean, and it's interesting because, Joe was teaching you all the ropes and the music and all that. And you became one of their main songwriters, man. You ended up writing all the hits.
My carnal was my inspiration, bro, because he used to write. And I said, man, I want to do that one of these days. I just want to give it a try. And when I wrote my first song, we had just signed with RP for CBS Records. He says, Carnalito, what are you waiting for, man? Get your song. Get it in here. And I presented it to Manny Guerra. A lot of respect for Manny. He was a great producer of a lot of bands, man, a lot of good music. He says, pues, ¿qué esperas, carnalito? He would always say, carnalito, vamos a grabar. ¿Le tienes música? Yeah, I got music for it. Just put it in.
Yeah.
That was his first song that I recorded for my brothers in 91, Quiero Besarte, and was recorded on CBS Records, man. And y ahí me arranqué, dijo, don't stop. Whatever you do not stop. Just remember one thing, hermano. You got to have a good melody, a good message, positive message, and you have to have a hook.
Yeah.
Don't forget a hook because you won't catch nothing. Es como un pescadito que le tires el hook. Se va a ganchar.
Yeah.
Digo, no más pes tirarlo, hey, va todo el pescadito. Pues no hubo nada.
Yeah.
You got to have that hook as a songwriter and a producer. He taught me a lot, man. The ropes. He did tell him and my brother Joe taught me a lot, and I ran off with it.
Era una escuela, carnal?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Yes,
I
sir.
like this one right here.
This song came out in the,
I like
in the
way
Selena
this-
movie.
The
remember?
sound here, the production.
And you know what that hit was? That's the bass drum.
Uh-huh.
Just putting some echo on it.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Wow. Man, you brought like a whole different sound to La Tropa F, I think, Jaime, right? I mean, because they were traditional accordion, bajo sexto,
Yeah.
but then you came up with stuff like this, like, which was totally different. You brought in the keyboards and you started bringing in a different element.
Yeah, for our group.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because the keyboard already existed.
Yeah.
But I just brought it into our group, our family. And yeah, like you say, it was totally different. And once Manny heard it and my carnal, he says, hey, you know what, carnal? I mean, just run with it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, because me and my brother Joe we were in the Civic Center, the New Braunfels, Texas, man.
Mm-hmm.
We were in the bathroom. Okay, let's be honest. That's what we were doing our business.
Uh-huh.
And my brother Jesse was
And if I would have been there, I would have been in the bathroom with you guys.
You probably would, bro. Yeah, you probably would.
Those were crazy times, man.
What are you guys doing? We're just eating powdered donuts.
Oh my God.
Bro. Those were crazy. We're lucky to be alive, Jaime. You know that, man?
We're very
yeah,
fortunate to be. Remember when we used to have the long hair, bro? Ay, Diosito.
Oh, ya no tengo nada,
No,
carnal.
yo me ando escondiendo con la capa aquí porque ya vamos para allá también.
So you were talking about
Yeah, we were
Joe,
talking
like-
about me and my carnal Joe. We were in New Braunfels, and my brother Jesse was still performing with Desperados. Manny Guerra had called my brother Joe, and he said, you know what, Joe? Everything's going to change, man. I'm just letting you know. The big companies are coming. They notice Tejano music. They're coming in. We want to give them something different. We want to give them a band of all brothers, and you have it. They go, but you have to get Jesse back in the band. And I was playing bass.
Wow.
I went from playing keyboards to playing. I learned the bass from San Antonio to Corpus to perform that night, and you better learn it.
Sí.
I did. That Wapango you were playing, that was me on the bass.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that's
And then
awesome.
bailamos, tía.
Yeah, all those, all the Hacienda stuff, Jesse did some, and I finished out the contract with that. And then some of the first, like Riso Tu Pelo, I recorded that one on bass. That's when we got Jesse back in the band, and he took over. And like you say, the rest is history. But Manny knew what he was talking about, man. Dijo, I want a group with nothing but brothers, which it doesn't exist right now in the Onda. And Plácido Salazar was another DJ from San Antonio. He had given us the name La Tropa F.
That's what I was going to ask you, dude.
That's where it came from. We would walk in KDA, AIM Station San Antonio, and Plácido salía. Mira, ahí viene la tropa. But we were still Los Hermanos Farias, but we will follow our dad. Era la escalerita.
Sí.
We will follow our dad
I
into the
remember,
studio
yeah.
and do all what we had to do.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and that name fit perfect, bro. It just went with the whole theme of Tropa, the outfits, the camouflage. We just ran with it.
I know,
man.
yeah. It was a great concept.
It was a concept of, with us being on stage, you had the entertainer in front, which was my brother David. You had one of the brainchilds, which was Joe. And you had the bass and the drums, which has been giving the background for so long. They knew where they were going. They knew what tempo we wanted.
El compás.
And then Jaime over here, being the band director, being everything. Let's jump to this song. Let's jump to this one. Let's jump to this. Power goes off here. Power goes off there. The screens are going. Everything's going.
The choreographed
Yeah.
of it all.
The outfits, camouflage. She would design everything.
See?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
So we kind of had everything in a package, man.
See?
So when
Self-contained.
when you went up with Tropa F, you weren't dealing with one person. You were dealing. That was my brother's dream of, we're gonna get on stage and we're just gonna let it all go.
And it's interesting because when you really look at it, there aren't many bands that are completely all brothers. Like, you had the Jackson 5.
Yeah.
In Tejano, I know guys, you know, it's like Selena and AP, you know, I mean, you had brother, sister, brother, but like to have the entire band. Be brothers was really a cool concept.
And my sister wanted to join too. This was before I had to say so, bro. I was little. And my brother just, because now, you know, what we're going with, says, you know, your sister wanted to sing, bro. I said, well, what happened? We didn't let no chicks in the band. Back then, there were no chicks in the band. We didn't want chicks in the band. It was just us brothers. But ella se quedó con esa cosa que ella quería cantar. Wow. And because of us, she never had no kids.
No. But so what is she? Is she still around? I mean,
she's good. She's married. Her husband, my brother-in-law, used to be our bus driver. I mean, he worked with us for a lot of years, man.
Joe.
Joe Vera.
Yeah.
From Corpus Christi. But man, it was like a whole team thing, man. And at the end of the night, you know what? We came to do what we're gonna do, and we did it.
When you guys got signed with like Capital EMI, and was it everybody signed together, or who was the main person dealing? And did you all mutually decide, okay, that's the deal we want, or was there somebody that said, I'm gonna handle the deal, and then we're gonna do it?
When it came to EMI, which was the biggest contract we ever saw, honestly, it was.
I remember, so I heard, dude. I was like, damn.
We had Albert Esquivel, and I found out through another interview I did about 3 weeks ago, Placido Salazar, the guy that gave us the name, he had a lot of input. We never knew that. We thought it was just one person. He said, yo conozco Manolo González personal. Yo le dije, hay un grupo que tienes que firmar antes que se te vayan. Digo, son todos hermanos. Digo, es la Tropa F. I said, are you serious, Placido? Digo, yeah. Man, I never knew that. And this man never said nothing. He never said nothing. But he had a big influence on.
And not just all brothers, but with the capability of creating music, dude. You know, everybody was talented in their own way, and and it all came together.
Exactly. You know, because there's bass players, there's drummers, there's bajo players, but when you been playing together for so long, you just you could get another bass player. Lágrimas, but there's just a touch of the original guy that did that. If you know what you're listening to, you will notice it.
See,
and that's just how it is, man.
Are you still do you still keep in contact with your brothers, or is there some that you talk to, some that you don't? Or
hablé con Joe this past week. Hablé con mi carnal Juan también. Me and Jesse, we keep up. Me and Jesse were roommates for 30 years on the road with Tropa. Because my carnal Jesse, nadie se lo aguantaba, bro. I'm being honest. He knows it too, man. I love my brother, but
¿por qué no?
He was just a rowdy one, man.
See?
He wouldn't, if he had a point to make, he would make his point if you want to listen to or not. Ese es mi carnal Jesse. And imagine this. After the concert, everybody's got a few beers in their system. And, you know, that's not the time to have a meeting. It's not gonna work in a tour bus with 6 Eagles, you know, that don't fit in the bus no more. Because that's where the people have us.
I know, bro.
You know, it just got so big for us, bro.
I know, dude.
It wasn't even funny.
And you guys were just regular guys from the hood, man. You know, they just came out, and
all we knew was we love music. We love music, man. But when the business part about it came in front of us, we didn't know what the hell to do, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm just being honest.
Yeah, the money, dude.
The money, it's.
Is there like, do you and your brothers, are you all like, is it all water under the bridge now, or is it?
I talked to my brother Joe and my brother Juan, because there's a certain royalty of sound exchange that exists out there.
Okay, royalty of sound, like you know, the they're still playing your songs on the radio, so you're all getting a cut out of that shit, right?
These royalties are not for songwriters. These royalties are not for producers or for publishing companies, for nothing. These are for performers on the record.
Yes.
So it don't matter if you played the cowbell, as long as you performed on there. There's only 100% tocayo.
Yeah.
So that 100% has to be divided
into 8, 10.
The members.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it wasn't being distributed that way, so I took it upon myself.
And this is with the digital, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because
the digital
I had
world.
Mario Marichalar on the show, and he was having an issue with Ramon also about the way they were splitting up that royalty from the digital sales.
It doesn't who the owner is, who the singer is, who the name is who performed on the record.
That's interesting. It was never like that, right?
No.
You just paid the studio musician their fee. Yeah. They did the work, and but thank you so much. And now my brother will learn the song, and we'll play it. This
digital world came up, and that's how they're working it.
Yeah.
And it's
well, they're trying to make up for all the money that they can't make anymore through songwriting royalties and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I mean, because the songwriters, they don't have the opportunity to go out and perform. Some of them, they're just write songs.
They just write
songs.
And
so they were living off the song royalties, from the publishing and stuff.
Yes, sir.
Pero de ahí comenzó todo este digital and downloading and illegal.
Totally different.
Yeah, so then the songwriter that writes at home and doesn't travel or tour started to find out like, wow, I'm losing money here. And so, but the artist, you all have the capability of going and performing and getting paid. So you can make money that way,
you can make money that way, or now with these sound exchange royalties, which it just opens up. If you were left in the dark, I just wanted to bring some light into the situation. To where it could be, chiquitito para retirement. Every quarter te cae algo.
Cada centavito, y pues it's your hard-earned work and money and your creation, dude.
That's the way I see it. If you put your hard-earned all these years in the road, bro, you gotta get something back. And that's the opportunity with these royalties.
So you had to get together with your brothers to talk about, all these digital royalties that are coming into play.
And it wasn't hard. We want to let bygones be bygones.
Just mediated.
Just we need to mediate it because somebody is taking more than what they're supposed to. So with me getting you registered, and you registered, myself registered, the pie is going to be divided equally.
What's fair is fair, right?
Sí, señor.
Yeah. That's what I don't understand. It's like, it's always whatever's fair, dude. Some people just can't understand the word fairness and they want to take more.
It don't exist.
I know, dude. It's like, it's so simple. And you know what? When everything's fair, everybody gets, gets what they're doing.
Yes, and your hard work, it's like a lot of people, man, in the past. Hey, man, how come you don't spread your music rightfully? Bro, I'm with Tropa, man. I work with the wardrobe. I work producing, I work writing, I get on stage, I'm the band director. I gotta work the pyro. I gotta get the shows together. I gotta get together with her. If we didn't wear the same outfit we came here 3 months ago, I don't want to be seen with the same outfit. We gotta wear something different. Because if people remember, hey, viene la tropa, está en el mismo camouflage otra vez. No, hombre, ¿qué tienen? So all that had to be kept in mind and kept registered.
Roberto Pulido te lo hubiera comprado todo, carnal, toda la ropa. But camouflage.
We had to but we had to get to that point to where it wasn't just let's go gig. No, it became a business.
Yeah.
And we had to treat it like a business.
We don't show, carnal.
And porque if you don't,
no vienes in shorts, no vienes en tenis,
it's gonna hit the wall, man. And then we're all gonna be like, ¿qué pasó? Margaret, ¿qué pasó?
Yeah.
And I got to the point to where I was so busy with Tropa, I didn't have the time, man. And it's like I told a lot of bands, hey, I'm not being nasty, bro. I'm not being nothing, but I got too much on my plate, man.
Oh, yeah.
Too much. I wear different hats. I barely get home, have time. One day and we're gone. Así pasaba.
I have a very big problem balancing shit. And I got a lot of things going on. And you have to find that point where you can balance things. Yeah. Because you need to, you start spreading yourself thin, or you're spending too much time here. This is getting neglected. So you have to figure out a balance of okay, and we have to learn how to say no. No, pues no. Pero de ahí te mandan el depósito, carnal, chingado. Okay, I'll be there. All right, okay, I'll be right there. Es lo que me dice cuando están retiring. Dice, sí, pero ahí te cae el depósito. I'm out of retirement. ¿Verdad, carnal?
Yeah.
All of a sudden te pones bien Dr. T's. What do you mean? Bien filoso.
¿Ontas, vieja?
Oh my God.
Y luego que te digan, aquí estoy. Ya valió,
carnal.
Oye, se pone bien She-Hulk.
Oh my goodness.
No, y de ahí las mujeres te dan
Oh, yeah.
La vista, the look.
Oh,
Oh my God, the
The
stare.
death stare.
Ya valió.
No, ya
You
cuando
know-
te ven así, carnal, cállate
Yes,
la boca,
no,
chera.
yes, sir.
My
Yes,
wife, she
sir.
does that to me. Like, cállate, güey.
It doesn't work anymore. It doesn't
No,
work
ese
anymore.
jale. Yo ya conocí el diablo y la chingada. Sústame one time.
Ay, ay, ay.
Hey, so during the 90s, when did it start going? Like, guys were obviously affected when this norteño light started coming in, right? Intocable.
I'd be lying if I said no, bro. It's
Yeah.
it's the plain truth.
It
you know.
affected you
todo,
guys.
Todo comenzó a cambiar. You know, it's either you join, which we tried to change a couple of stuff, but the people weren't accepting it, man. There's like, we're used to hearing Tropa this way, and that's, ya no cambia.
Yeah.
Ya no va a cambiar. I think the last CD we did with Freddy Records, my brother David wasn't singing no more. My nephew was singing. We put La Tropa F reedifica su música. That means we changed, bro. I grabbed the Gabinelli, and
Yeah.
it's just, it wasn't Tropa, bro.
No.
You can't follow that flow. You know, you just got to
But sometimes we have to step out of our comfort
Yeah.
zone, dude,
No, yeah,
in order
exactly.
to really like
Yeah, but
to sustain a long career.
when you're on the road and the people know you one way, and
Yeah.
they tell you, don't do that again.
But you started with just one song, you know. You
Yeah.
don't start out with a whole album.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
start 2 songs, just like you did with the Juan Sabor. You just
Yeah.
put it in there, and the rest of it was traditional.
La cumbia de África.
Yeah.
Y mira pa' donde los llevó.
I know.
Yeah, but the people were so connected to Tropa style, man. It's like, it was, they've said we were very energetic. We got chiflados, bro. Because ya no había baile para nosotros.
Era concert.
Yeah, if it wasn't butt to the back and nobody moved, we were in San Angelo one time, and I don't forget this. They have a hockey
Rink.
arena. Yeah, team there. We had it sold out on Sunday. We had just been in the road for 3 weeks, man. We were coming back from Miami. Got there on a Sunday. Called the road manager. Bro, we're going home. We're tired, bro. He says, what are you guys doing, man? Do you imagine how many people? We're going home. Just make sure everybody gets their money back, bro. We're done. Everybody was still asleep in the bus, bro. And I'm talking about 10:30 at night.
Están bien cansados.
It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work, man. We had been going on and on and on and on.
Exhaustion.
Yeah. Exhausting. Yeah, exactly.
Están en el camino, vato.
Yeah.
And then you all start getting on each other's nerves and shit
yeah,
too.
that was one of the worst parts where the whole team travels in one bus. Mm-hmm. Ay, cabrón. Está
Sí.
pesadito.
Yeah.
Was there a prankster there?
We will all prank each other. The worst one was my nephew, bro. Because he was younger back then, 16, 17. He would pop open the shaving creams, put them in everybody's bags. Llegabas, abrías tu paquete, había puro shaving cream. Yeah,
Puro amber salt.
those were the good ones, pero yeah. Estaba pesado el camino.
I could imagine, dude, because I used to tell people, hey, this isn't Def Leppard that tours for a year or two and then they take 2 years off to make an album.
Yeah.
These guys are constantly on the road. They constantly got to be creating new albums.
Yeah.
And then
in between everything.
And then these guys don't pull out an album every 2 years. They pull out like 10 albums a year. The Tejano, that's the Tejano industry, man. You just have to. So when this social media phenomenon came up where you got to be releasing stuff cada rato, well, Tejanos have been doing it ever since, bro.
Ya estamos quemados.
Yeah. Like five albums. I think one of the albums that lasted the longest without a second album was the Ricardo Castillon y La Diferencia.
Yeah.
They had that song,
that
Si La
mega hit.
Quieres.
Yeah.
They took like 5 songs out of that album, and 5 singles. And I remember like, okay, it's been a while since he's released anything.
Yeah,
It took him a
anything,
while, bro.
Yeah.
Because he was just
And
surfing on that the popularity of that album.
It takes a toll, man, because I got to the point of being a songwriter and producer to her. Before the pandemic, I unplugged. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't want to sign a contract. I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to do that. I'm done. I just want to get home. I just want to lay down in bed, and if we're gonna gig, we'll gig. If we don't, cuando pegó el pandemic, dije, Oh, the market.
I know, dude. Some people were able to recharge their battery,
That's
dude.
what I did. That's what I did. I got a kidney infection. I was in the hospital for about 6 months, somewhere. Yeah,
Almost died.
yeah,
Holy shit.
yeah. I was born with, where your kidney drains to your bladder.
Mm-hmm.
We have a drainage, right? Well, I was born with it normal, not normal.
Abnormal.
It was abnormal. It was smaller. So with time, with my age, it kinked. And once it kinked, it started infecting my whole body.
Like
Oh,
what
my
were
goodness.
what were the symptoms or
The
what?
symptoms was I was freaking cold, and it was July, bro.
And you were freezing like
I was-
chills.
I was
Fever,
freezing.
chills.
I
Really?
couldn't stop. Just
But was it a fever because of a fever or because it was
All
just
the
chills?
infection that was
all the infection.
Yeah.
When it kinked, that's it. I
Holy
started getting
shit.
infected.
Wow.
And with my insurance, occupation musician. So how are you gonna get this from being a musician, man? I mean, they couldn't understand. Well, I also do. I'm a painter. I paint cabinets. My brother-in-law owns a cabinet company in San Antonio.
Okay.
So that's what I would do in my time off, right? Pinto los gabinetes, toda la cocina, whatever you want. That was what was getting me. That's what started getting me infected with the kink, and then all the fumes from all the paint.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's what did it.
Holy shit.
Was it they pinpointed where it was coming from? Yeah, me metieron el cuchillo, me sacaron todo, whatever. But in those 9 months, bro, I started writing again.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop writing. Wake up in the middle of the night, and he says, "What are you doing?" Go back to bed. Estoy bien.
It's incredible to have a talent like that, dude. Not everybody has that, bro.
It's nice, but when it kicks in, tocayo, he no para, bro.
So,
And that's what I try to go on with my normal days of just okay.
that recovery really helped you.
Yeah, it did.
Like
man.
recharge your creative
It
energy.
did. Everything I had
Isn't
was
that crazy?
because everything I had was drained, bro. It was like me cambiaron el aceite, los plugs, todo el jale, me pusieron la charger. I was good to go again.
I remember reading, I don't know if it was Melissa Etheridge or Bonnie Raitt, but she got cancer. And she said it was like a blessing in disguise because she was capable of of slowing down and shutting down and
exactly.
just rejuvenating
Yeah.
again. So just that cancer deal that she had, I mean, she got out of it, but they, sometimes we're giving,
Vamos
some type
full
of
throttle, man.
yeah, but a higher power up there tells you, okay, you need to sit down for a while, dude.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Vámonos.
that is so
Siéntate,
true.
bro.
And believe me,
it-
I did, and I refocused, man.
Yeah.
I had to. Yes,
And now you got a band. It's called Cinco Fs.
yes, sir. Grupo Cinco.
We
Fs.
have a picture of
Wait,
them.
Did I
It- like it's
put
your
the
dog-
mustache? Did I put the mustache?
Let's see. Okay, so that's you in the top left, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then in the middle, who's that?
That's Anthony Farias.
Okay.
That's Jesse's son.
Okay, and then the other guy with the hat.
That's Jesse, my brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's Jesse, my brother.
Wow, he's lost some weight. It looks like
Yeah.
he's lost some weight,
He
dude.
went through cancer, man.
See?
Yeah, he went through cancer.
Wow, man. And is he doing okay now?
Yeah, he's doing good. He's been cancer free for five, maybe a little bit
Yeah.
more.
Qué bueno, gracias a
He's been
Dios.
good. Gracias a
Yes.
Dios.
What kind of cancer did he have?
He had a cancer that hits his age at the time, 1 in a million. The tumors were in the neck.
Oh, man.
Four
Yeah.
tumors. Like, we woke up from the road, and I went to wake him up one morning. Y estaba todo hinchado. And I carnal, ¿qué tienes? I gotta go check myself, man. So yeah, he was a stage 4, bro.
Oh my goodness.
Holy shit.
So
bro.
it's a blessing that he's still with us
Yeah.
today.
Fíjate.
That is a blessing.
Wow.
Yeah, it is, man.
Pon el picture otra vez, babe. The two girls that are sitting in front of you guys?
Those are Jesse's daughters.
Jesse's daughters?
Yeah. It's
Wow.
on the left is Patsy Marie Farias, and on the right is Araceli Farias.
So it's a family thing.
Yeah, but those are the first two female singers of the Farias family.
Uh-huh.
We had never had a female singer, bro.
Uh-huh.
Those are the first two.
Legendary.
Wow.
And Anthony también, his son, I got his project going on también. He's gonna sing his own stuff también.
See?
But I'm showcasing Araceli Farias first.
Well, I've got a song here. ¿Cómo se llama la song que mandaste? Porque no decía el nombre, nomás decía audio.
Se alegra mi alma.
Yeah, that'd be
tengo.
it.
A ver, vamos a ver. Can I play it all o nomás un pedacito? Tío, todavía no sale, ¿verdad?
Toca lo que usted quiera.
But it's not out
It's
in
on
the...
digital.
It's on digital?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir. Yes,
everything's
sir.
registered.
Oh, all right. Okay, so let's check it out. ¿Cómo se llama la song esta?
Se alegra mi alma.
Se alegra
Se
mi
alegra
alma.
mi alma.
Ese es 5 Fs.
Yeah.
Jaime Farias and the brothers. Nieces. I like that. Sounds smooth. Oh, yeah.
Si de un momento tienes para mí, de nuevo me encuentro con la pregunta que debo hacer. Somos solo humanos y los errores se cometerán.
So nice and simple, bro. Real nice.
Thank you, sir.
Just singing it lo que es, carnal.
Yeah.
Dime tranquilo con oír tu voz. Hoy para siempre estoy contigo. Hoy para siempre te llevo en mí. Hoy para siempre serás mi refugio. Hoy para siempre seré feliz. Hoy para siempre.
Ah, that's smooth, Jaime. That's nice.
Thank you, sir.
Vengo a pedirte si de un momento tienes para mí. De nuevo me encuentro con la pregunta que debo hacer. Somos solo humanos y los errores se cometerán. Tú siempre me escuchas y me tranquilo con oír tu voz. Hoy para siempre estoy contigo. Hoy para siempre te llevo en mí. Hoy para siempre serás mi refugio. Hoy para siempre seré feliz.
Is this the first stuff that you pulled out with your nieces? And
Yes, sir.
Oh, so
Yeah.
it's lo primero.
Yeah. You're hearing it here with Rock and Roll James.
Wow, bro.
Yes, sir.
How do you feel listening to this stuff, man? How do you feel?
It's wow, it's how can I put it in words, man? It's like
Emotional.
See?
yeah, it is
Emotional.
working. Well, I've worked with my brothers my whole life, and now
Yeah.
working with my nieces and nephew,
Yeah.
and my brother trusting me, with them.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's been an emotional ride, man. It
Sí.
has. It wasn't supposed to happen this way. The way me and my brother were like, hey, vamos a comenzar otra vez. Órale, well, if you want, yeah. We were looking for a singer, a male singer.
Okay.
And íbamos para acá, íbamos para allá. Y you know what? Este vato canta aquella. Yeah, no, bro. Oye, este vato. You know what? This guy's better. So me and my carnal are talking. ¿Sabes qué, Ira? I got some stuff started, bro. Let me finish a whole CD. And we'll get this guy to come and listen to it. Para que se arranque el vato. And meanwhile, we were looking for a drummer, doing this, doing that. Well, I finished. Tropa F style came so easy for me because I've been producing for over 25 years.
Yeah.
The sound is like embedded in my head.
Yeah.
I just imagine David singing, Joe on the bajo, Jesse and Juan on drums. I got it, bro. I wrote the 10 songs like in a week. And me and Jesse, hey, Friday, I want you to hear it, bro. Hey, órale, hacemos unas carnitas, carnal. Órale, vámonos. I'm on barbecue, órale.
The fire was sparkling
Yeah, it was
again.
Sparkling, bro. So
Literally.
I get there with my recorder and set up my little speakers. And, órale, carnal, ahí te va. Push play. ¿qué estás haciendo, vato? Y yo, ¿qué está pasando? Nos vemos como Tropa. Oh, bro, I've been producing. No, I don't want Tropa, bro. Give me something else. I don't want Tropa. I don't want it. That style is there. It did what it did. Let's put it to sleep, bro.
Yeah.
Well, we can't put it to sleep, bro, because it's still going on, But I don't want that. Let's do something totally different. Okay, so we didn't talk for about 2 weeks. A fin, carnales, right? Lo enojamos. Ya me voy. Dame ice chest, ya me
We're not
voy.
eating barbecue.
Pero quedó la semillita ahí dentro de la mente. Yeah.
Eso lo que. Bueno, then they called us, right? My carnal, my sister-in-law calls my wife. Hey, Araceli's going to be at a Christmas pageant. She's got the lead role. Okay. We knew she was in choir and everything, right? But I hadn't heard
her sing.
I hadn't heard her sing. Mm-hmm. So, llegan los tíos. We're sitting way in the back, and I'm like, comienza todo el jale. And everything went like a tunnel, man. I heard her voice.
And you started creating.
My mind started working, bro. And I'm like, oh, man, I got to do something. I know where I'm going. And I was texting my brother inside the theater. They tell you to turn your phones off. That was your texting. Answer me, bro. Answer me.
Yeah.
And after we got out of there, le digo, give me 2 weeks, carnal. I'm going to dig something new for you. Give me 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Nuevecito todo.
Y salió lo que salió.
I got home. I started deleting everything I had. Delete.
No, hombre.
Yes.
Me encabroné, rock and roll.
Todo.
Me encabroné. I deleted everything, bro. And you know what? We're going to do something different. You don't want Tropa? This is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And that's what I came up with.
Wow. Oye, ¿cómo duermes tú, Jaime?
¿Duermo?
Sí.
Como un bebé.
En un mattress.
Duermo como un bebito.
Cuando piensas así, batallas a dormir, bro. I mean, you know, especially you, bro. All these ideas that are coming to you, and all these goals and that you're setting at your age already, you know. And we only got because like I know I start setting goals. Okay, what do I want to do in my next 10 years? You know, next in 15 years I'll be 75. What can we still do now? How far can I take what I'm doing? And, we start thinking of all that. And right now you're just like feeling a resurgence of some new creativity and a whole different, what do you call it? A whole different canvas to paint on,
exactly,
dude,
yeah.
With a girl.
And gracias al Señor, man, I owe it all to him, bro. I before the old Jaime, yo soy el chingón. I mean, ahí me tumban. Cuando me tumbaron, okay, I'm sorry. Te acuerdas? There's a higher that we all got to answer to, bro. And I realized that in my life, and because of her. And honestly, that's the plain truth. Okay.
Y cada día y cada situación es una bendición.
Yes, I got to that point where I realized that everything is a blessing, bro.
Yes.
And
Good and the bad.
Yeah. And so I got
the good is a blessing. The bad is a lesson.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yes.
That is so true. And in this project, I mean, starting it, donde llegamos ahorita, and I also got to thank Anthony Perez, man. He's my engineer.
Thank you, Anthony.
He's done. He used to play with Tropa. When my brother Joe, he sabes que no queriste weekend, so I would have this guy on standby. We would have this guy on standby, Anthony Perez. He was 18 years old, bro. He was on the road for us for 19, 20 years.
Wow.
And he's with Signal right now. He's their house engineer.
Órale.
So he got his studio going, and that's where I recorded this project, man. We were recording in a room just
Isn't
like
it
this.
crazy, dude? That like before you had to go to Manny Studios, you had to be there for like a days, dude, until to finish the product.
We were in the process in the 90s of building our recording studio because that's what I wanted. I don't want to be going off to nobody. I want a room where I could just sleep there and do my work.
Yeah. And make money doing it with other people too.
But
in
the old days, in the early 90s, todavía no entraba lo digital. It wasn't in. So we were in contact with the architect from California. He was going to come in and design us to get the studio plus was going to be $200,000. That wasn't built.
Wow.
But the acoustics are
Ah,
going to be
buena
there.
la
for-
feria de
Da-
pero chinga.
da- and-
But you're just investing
Ching,
into
ching,
your,
ching, ching,
you
ching,
know.
ching.
But that was a smart thing, is to think about investing
Yeah.
into your product to be able to be
Exactly.
self-contained,
Yeah. Self-contained,
to
yes,
where
sir.
you get to keep most of the money because you've got your own place to do it.
Yeah.
And
Because
then-
remember, the company used to pay out studios.
Yeah.
Those were my thoughts, but
And the companies would have come to you and paid you to do your
Exactly.
other bands. Yeah,
But-
so you were thinking business there.
I was trying to.
Mm-hmm.
But when you are part of a corporation, it's hard to do that.
See.
Because everybody has their say so,
Uh-huh.
which I respect. I
Yeah.
respect totally. But those were my thoughts. But now with Anthony, bro, inside a room, he's giving me this kind of sound. It's like, shout out to Anton, doing good job. And this guy's got it going on, man.
Yeah.
He's got it
That's
going
great, man. I'm real happy for you, Jaime.
I
And,
appreciate
¿y hablas con David todavía o no hablan? O
We have-
¿Están enojados o no? Are you all still, todavía ahí, estía?
How can I put it? Enojados a tirar chingazos, no.
Mm-hmm.
It's just more of the way we treated each other with the business.
Pero
You
man,
know.
I mean, that can always be healed, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It to me, it's getting to the point to where we let bygones go bygones,
Because
right?
we have to.
It's somos hermanos. I understand that, but also let's try to do right what's been going wrong so long.
Y cambiamos, todos cambiamos, you know?
We have to do the right thing, man. We have to.
Mm-hmm.
In order for the pie, like I was talking earlier, it's got to be divided individually to everybody's
Sí.
share.
Yeah.
If things would change in that aspect, I could have a beautiful relationship with my carnales.
Sí.
And especially David. I love my carnal. Don't take me wrong. Hell of a accordion player, hell
Entertainer.
of a entertainer, hell of a freaking singer, bro.
Yeah,
He'll blow you off.
Yeah, his voice is amazing.
When it comes to doing business, no.
Yeah.
That's where we had problems.
Yeah.
Y es mi carnal, lo quiero chingos. I love him, bro.
Yeah.
Pero under his direction, Tropa F had to file for bankruptcy, man. One of the biggest bands, one of the chingones, 2 buses, 18-wheeler. Because he was in charge of the corporation at that time.
Yeah.
That's where the trouble starts.
Sí.
What happened? How did it get to this point?
Yeah.
If you were supposed to manage everything for us.
And
That's the way we were. Si tú estás encargado, estás encargado.
Sí.
We had all other things to take care of with the business.
Well, it's been known through tradition and through history that musicians and artists make bad businessmen,
Yeah.
I mean, we do. I mean, even
We found that out.
even booking ourselves, we
Yeah.
always shortchange ourselves,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's when you talk to management, but then you got to
Yeah.
trust somebody that's outside of the family, and
Yeah.
and so I can imagine what you all were going through back then, man. And then the contracts were huge and the gigs were big,
Yeah.
and the money was flowing, and
some contracts. We had a lawsuit from Jack Daniels. We had a lawsuit from Marlboro cigarettes where they paid us for so many concerts throughout the year. The money was collected, but we never did the concert.
oh man.
So that's the part where I say we were lacking of knowledge.
You needed a man with a whip on you guys. Like,
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
get in line. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's get this as
We gotta
professional.
get it going. Yeah, we got to get it going.
Yeah,
So
wow, man.
from the bankruptcy to going into another agency where this is where it got tricky. We owned our buses, we owned everything, and then for us to go play the next week, we had to rent our own equipment to go make the night, and not money for us, money for the agency now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that was the straw that broke.
Looks
the
like
camel's
the only option
back.
you all had was to break up. I mean,
Yeah, well, what I started asking, because this agency had their own accountant. The monies were being collected, not by us no more. So I went to a lawyer. I said, I go every week, I ask for an accounting. They don't give it to me. Give them 2-3 months and take this letter with you. If they don't give you nothing, you don't owe them nothing, you get your band, you get out of there. So I went to the accountant, gave him the letter. He closed his briefcase. He walked out the door.
and that was it.
That was it. Because nothing was being recorded.
What year was this?
This was 2000, between 2000 and 2002, 2003. Because I fired my brother 2004. The corporation had to do it.
Yeah.
And was it easy? No. But when you have something that you created, and you know that the business wasn't what it used to be.
Yeah.
You could only squeeze something out of as much as you
It
can.
wasn't the mid-90s
Oh,
anymore.
ya no eran,
It
carnal.
was
Ya,
almost 10 years later.
ya no eran. And pushing came to shoving. And within the business, well, I had to take out my brother hat. Okay, carnal, when was our last gold record? If you're telling me that you are the singer, that you are what it is, when was my last gold record, my last platinum record? Find yourself another producer, get it.
Yeah.
We're being let go from BMI already at this point. Nomás quedaba Intocable, Cumbia Kings, and Tropa F. And we all got the boot at the same time. That's how bad it was changing.
Yeah.
So that
It was after Napster and all that stuff, man. It's
So
coming in.
what you're looking for at this point is no longer here in the industry. So what are we going to do? And no, he wanted his way, and we took a decision as a corporation. We had to remove him.
Yeah. Well, he's been busy.
No. He's doing.
He
And
went
you know
ahead
what?
and-
Rock and roll. Y le doy las gracias a mi hermano David and my carnal Joe, because they're still performing Tropa hits, bro.
And Joe and him and
They
Joe
still do
weren't
it.
together. It was just David by himself
it
for the
was-
one, and
yeah.
he had his own band, right?
Yeah.
And then he would jam with the guys from the Tex Maniacs,
Yeah,
I think.
con Max
también,
Baca,
con
yeah,
Max
Max
Baca.
Baca.
And then
He won a Grammy with Max.
yeah, and
Yeah,
then I
he did.
saw that that Joe that they had gotten together
Yeah,
with Joe. So
yeah.
Joe's just got with him not long ago,
Yeah,
right?
he's been jamming with him. Yeah,
Yeah.
he jams with him.
and they're working
Pero-
together.
At this point, and le doy las gracias, man, because they're still keeping the onda of Tropa going. And being the songwriter, no me voy a quejar.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
that's how it is, bro. It's a business, but it's like we said, if you want control of everything, bro, that comes in, do it on your own.
with the new band you've got, Cinco F's, are you planning to perform and book the band? And
I want to release a couple more singles. We just released one video. I'm going to release at least 2 more videos
Okay.
before we start, getting the calls and getting out there and booking, the band.
Yeah.
And I did create our own label.
Ah,
know.
sí.
Yeah, so we're under Farias Music Group,
Órale.
which is something new I had never touched before.
¿Y tú haces publish también tus rolas y todo?
sir.
¿Tienes todo un publishing
I got
company?
my
Ahí
publishing
son tal man, ahí cuidas tu producto, bro.
Ahí están los coins.
Ajá, yeah.
Cuando vas a la slot machine.
See that, yeah. How long have you had the publishing company?
I've had it since 92.
Man, so you got there early. You knew what was going on.
Well, the one that really got me down and talked to me was Albert Esquivel and Manny Guerra, man. So
You're a songwriter, man. Start publishing.
Yeah, these 2 people were mentors for me in that aspect. They were very good to me, man.
Yeah.
They were, and I appreciate everything. So now I find myself in the middle of having a label, and finding ways to promote a band, and it's relatively now kind of easier with the digital world.
See.
It's like I have a lot of young bands, man. And, hey, man, you guys have it made, bro. Bro. It wasn't always like that. We started traveling with Dad
Yeah.
on a
No habían cell
Cadillac.
phones, no
había
habían
cell phone,
iPads,
no había
nada de ese
nada.
pedo, carnal.
My dad would send for 145s, bro. Y le hacíamos radio station por radio station. Unos te decían, yeah, we play. Otros te decían, vámonos.
The struggle was real.
Yeah, the struggle is real,
Now
bro.
you just click it on the internet and it's everywhere.
And
Yeah,
you
it's
guys,
everywhere.
you guys could put your faces on
Yeah.
the internet.
Yeah.
And we had nothing like that before, bro. It was like, pani bologna, dale para next time. Y si te quedó algo, échale
Yeah.
gas al carro. And
I mean, look at what we're doing now. I mean,
exactly.
we're on YouTube and everybody we've got people from all over the place, right, Jax?
Oh, yeah. We have people from all over the country watching us right now.
Yeah, man. We
Yeah.
got people.
Saludo para todos.
It's Washington State, El Paso. I mean, we're
Yeah.
we're all over. And once we got involved with this, it was like, wow,
From coast to coast.
Y este jale pasó por causa de COVID también, porque nos cortaron todas las tocadas a la band mía.
Yeah, same
Y le
here.
dije a mi wife, pues, what are we going to do? What are people going to do for entertainment? Everybody's locked in.
Yeah.
And I said, let's go live on my YouTube channel. And we did. And boom, dude. I mean, it went crazy. And now we're almost at 40,000.
We did one live one at my sister's garage. And it was a Saturday. And we said, hey, let's get together and go live. And, órale. Oh, man, about the time you knew it, all the neighbors tenían las ice chests out on the lawns and everything. And we said, somebody's going to call the law, bro. They're going to cut us off. We were playing out there till 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
Oye,
It was
de-
like, yeah, that was something else.
and out of that, salieron chingos de videos como like Secreto with that song, Bonita y Preciosa.
¿Quién la ve?
I mean, they just put their stuff out there and they play like
Yeah.
if they're playing on Facebook,
Secreto just recorded one of my songs, man.
¿sí?
No Soy Perfecto, yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
moly, bro. That's awesome, bro.
I know the accordion player, Nate, yeah.
Nathan Acosta.
I used to call him Nate.
He just
Nate
joined.
the Great.
He's very talented
No,
young man.
he is.
dude.
He's a very talented
Very
young man.
talented.
He's
La
got-
voz,
Yeah,
todo.
todo, bro.
And he's real young, bro.
Yeah,
he's
he's
got a
young.
long way to go
Yeah.
to, like, he's got
He
plenty
could
of
only go
life.
get better, bro. He can't go reverse. He could only get better. Yeah, that's good for him.
dude,
man.
yeah. Man, Jaime, muchas gracias for coming by, bro. I really
No, carnal,
appreciate
we're
you,
good.
man.
Thank you for having us, bro.
No, hombre, bro.
Sinceramente.
Y quiero darle acá tenemos el Krispy Kreme, you sabes,
Oye.
la conecta de Krispy Kreme.
Este va a ser mi manager acá en el Valle, vato. Está pesado el
my
jazz, vato.
goodness.
Sí,
Y luego-
y si
Watch
buque-
it, watch it. Don't drop them,
Así,
please.
y si buqueas al 5Fs, viene con una caja de donuts.
Dos
Krispy
cajas.
Kreme.
Mira,
No.
estas son
Híjole.
las Pac-Man donuts.
No, not those.
Ah, no.
The other one.
Sí.
Guac, guac, guara.
Don't drop them.
No, pero
Baby,
seriously,
dame la caja
Hold
para
on.
enseñarlo.
Tocayo, le quiero dar las gracias a la familia también,
Yes,
man. They've
muchas
been helping
gracias.
us out
Dios me los bendiga.
Yeah.
a lot, bro. I mean, a lot. From promotions to getting with contact with people.
I went to Krispy Kreme y me dijo, hey, I used to work with la Tropa F.
Yeah,
And I'm like, órale,
yeah.
se
Tuvo
fue.
chingo años con Tropa Jazz. Yes,
Hold
sir.
on, hold on.
Y de ahí me lo tapé en el barber shop porque llegó bien greñudo. Y le dije, le van a dar un trim, le van a dar un trim. No, ves, si así estoy yo, por eso le hago, mira como estoy yo, chinga. Pero él tiene más
Fueron
pelo
los a-
que yo, carnal.
Oh, dang it.
Le fueron a sacar punta.
Ajá. Mira,
Careful.
estas las Pac-Man.
Oh my goodness, that's a lot of sugar.
Oh, look at the
Hijo, para los
apple.
diabéticos.
That's so cute.
Oh my gosh.
That's a
I'm gonna go into a coma.
diabetic-
Sí,
Hijo de
Diabetic
su-
attack.
con un cafecito.
Oh yeah, before we go, I wanna send a shout out to all the people that are watching us right now, all of our regulars and all the new people watching from
Yes,
all
sir.
over the United States. And I want to ask you a question real quick, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When we were talking about earlier about you not being able to go to sleep at night, have you ever had a song come to you in your dreams y luego te levantas and you're like, man, there was this
What
badass
was it?
song,
Yeah,
and,
dude.
and it's hard to remember and write it down. Has that ever happened to you?
And the recorders, remember the recorders?
Ajá.
Had one beside my bed, had one in the bathroom, had one in the kitchen, in my car, everywhere I went.
Everywhere.
Because
Pencil and paper.
if it's in my sleep, you have to get up and get it. Ahora agarras el teléfono, está toda madre. You know, it's easy. But
Antes no era así.
you have to take advantage of it when it's there.
Yeah.
Porque if it goes away, hijo, como iba.
No,
So it
bro.
has happened to you.
Una vez
Yes.
me vine para la cocina y viejo para atrás para la cama y dice, what happened, my wife? Le dije, I had an idea and I had to go put it on my phone porque se me olvida, bro.
Yeah.
To do songs and
It
stuff.
will come like that.
Ladies and
badass.
gentlemen, Jaime Farias, and it's 5Fs. Now you can find them on social media, right?
Yes, sir.
Facebook.
Yes, sir. All the
and,
digital platforms.
Instagram, and then look for the songs and, just put them on replay and they just
Yeah,
keep going.
replay.
Turn off the light of the phone y pones ahí, está Tomás tocando toda la noche, carnal. Puro pinche streams, papá.
Yes, sir.
Sústame one time. Así podemos ir a Rody's Country Fried Chicken en Eagle Pass. No, hombre, cállate la boca. Shut up. Llegas allí y no, hombre, qué bárbaro. Mira el pollito que tienen ahí, Jaime. Ahí no andan con chingaderas.
Look at that.
Ahí como en el,
Gizzards.
eran gizzards también. Mira,
Sí,
mira
me traigo hambre.
los chicken tenders de esos, carnal.
Oh my God.
Esos sí son
Good.
pollos, papá. No, hombre, qué bárbaro.
Y sin plumas.
Yeah. So make sure to go out and get them at Eagle Pass, Texas, at Rody's Playland, right off of the Kickapoo. Ahí en la entrada.
Oh, podemos ir a Kickapoo.
¿Ustedes van para Kickapoo? ¿Les gustan el-
No me saca.
Vámonos.
Las slot machines. Vámonos.
Por favor.
consigues un
Thank
gig
you.
ahí también, carnal. Hay un gig en
¿No, verdad?
el ¿Qué pasa? Lounge,
¿Qué
¿cómo se llama?
pasa?
De Bo, carnal.
Un saludo para el Rick.
¿Ustedes le entran a las maquinitas y todo ese jale? o
Oh,
qué?
yes, sir.
No, hombre.
Ella está más malita que yo. Yo no
Sí.
digo que está más malita.
Pero si le
Love
pega o no le pega. Sí,
Sí.
órale.
No.
Well, we were performing there one night.
Ay.
A guy from San Antonio le pegó $1 million.
No.
Yes.
And he was playing the penny slots de Michael Jackson.
Es un...
No.
carnal.
Wow.
Es un indio de ahí, vato. Nomás lo hacen que gane para que todos se prendan.
Para que le metan más
Ya.
dinero.
Se emociona.
Y no me digas, Jaime, tú y tu señora fueron y lo tocaron al señor. ¿Verdad?
Ay, eso
Tiene
no es
suerte, tiene
Indito,
suerte,
indito.
tócalo, tiene suerte.
Oh my goodness.
Era un plant, bro, ¿verdad? No ganó nada.
No, hombre, es un
We'll take
complot.
it.
Es un complot.
Es un complot, ¿qué es eso?
It's a plot. In
Es un
Spanish,
complot.
it's a plot is un complot.
Sí, sí. So, ladies and gentlemen, also want to thank Chorizo de H&H Chorizo. Muchas gracias. They are the best chorizo. Hey, Jaime, antes que le pongan para atrás, parecen en el HEB y llévense un poquito de chorizo H&H. Mira, lo
H&H.
prendes en la... ¿Tú prendes la parrilla también? ¿Te gusta prender la parrilla o
Oh,
no?
yes, sir. Yes,
¿Sí?
sir.
Pues mira, le echas un choriqueso ahí al
Mira,
sartén y
no,
le echas un
shut up.
chorizo y ahí te haces un taquito. Y el taquito, pues le echas sausage y le
Quesito
echas
flamado.
fajita y le echas
Mira.
de todo, carnal. Ándale, papá, asústame one time.
Mira nomás.
The best chorizo in town, ladies and gentlemen. También quiero darle las gracias a Solid Iron Works ahí en en Río Grande. Solid Iron Works, 956-573-2398. Si quieres hacer una barbecue pit, Jaime, que diga los 5 Fs, look, put that barbecue pit, baby, para que lo mire. So this little barbecue pit, well, esa es una. Esa es la que le puedes poner el cabrito.
Oh.
Pero tenemos unos videos ahí, how you can, they have the collapsible, írala, a pedazos, ¿verdad? First, they put it all together like a briefcase and you can walk with it. And then you disassemble it and then you just put it together. And anywhere you go, como cuando vas al parque o algo y pones la pira detrás de la troca, man, it takes a lot of space.
Órale.
And so you just, you're
that's
set up.
cool.
Y le puedes poner 5 Fs ahí en el centro.
No, hombre.
And then it's got the little risers there, just in case que esté muy caliente la lumbre o tienes que ponerle un poquito más de brasas o algo así. Lo mueves así con el pollo
my
y lo
God.
pones ahí arribita, papá. Asústame,
That's so cool. That's so cool and innovative.
Yeah.
So you call Freddy Guajardo 956-573-2398, Facebook at Solid Ironworks, Instagram at Solid Ironworks también. Muchas gracias. También quiero darle las gracias a Richard Molina of the campaign to elect Richard Molina for mayor of Edinburgh, Texas. Follow Richard for all the events on social media porque he, like this past weekend, he had a get together in un café, in a 107 Café, ahí en Edinburgh, y les dio café y tacos a los constituents ahí. Ahí pueden hablar de lo que quieren hacer con el pueblo, con la ciudad y con lo que necesita. So make sure to go to the campaign to elect Richard Molina for mayor of Edinburgh, Texas. And also, want to thank Tejano Original, man. Woo! Check out the caps. They are super awesome. Born in South Texas with South Texas pride, culture, family, and tradition run deep with these caps. Every piece of merch honors our roots and loved ones. If you're Tejano and you're original, you need a Tejano original cap, man. Asústame one time. What you got to do is go to joeshatco.com, okay? joeshatco.com so you can get your Tejano original cap. And they're going fast, ladies and gentlemen, all right? So ahorita no tienen tocadas ustedes, ¿verdad? You're barely getting the music out, and then you're going to work on that.
Yes, sir. As a matter of fact, tomorrow when we get back home and headed back into the studio, y terminar the other half of the CD.
Órale.
Yeah.
We're going to have Father's Day comedy at the Mesquite Street Pizza and Pasta Company in Corpus Christi, Texas. Now, I just did a comedy show this past Friday night, bro.
Hola.
Y un chavo que se llama Bobby Watts Soto. Tiene un lowrider, un Regal, yo creo, ¿verdad, baby? Es un Regal. It's a green, le dicen la iguana. Y dijo, hey, man, I wanna drive you into the comedy. And it was an outdoor comedy show. Check it out, ladies and gentlemen. Como entré. razón se me salió la tan pequeña por la Mexican plate.
He's gonna have to go to the chiropractor after
That's working.
Hey, hasta tira vale.
Eddie Guerrero.
Mamacita.
In WWE entrance.
Oh yeah, we had a pretty damn good crowd too, bro. We had about 150 people in that whole place, man. It was really awesome. Y les vienté chingo de mosca de a madre, man. ¿Verdad, P?
That was a
That was so
badass
much fun.
epic entrance. I'm
Dude.
sorry, Marina.
I was up there like for an hour and 10 minutes, dude. Echando puras pinches jokes y mosca y la chingada, bro.
Yeah, I wanted to go, man, but I was working that day. I worked late. I was like, chinga, every time there's a comedy show, I end up working late, man. But next time I'm going to catch you.
So Father's Day weekend, man, I'm going to be at the Mesquite Street Pizza and Pasta Company. Tickets and tables 361-882-7499. There's only 50 chairs, so it's a small place.
Oh.
That's 50 chairs. How many? That's 25 couples, right?
Yeah.
That's going to be nice and intimate.
Yeah, very intimate.
And your chances of being made fun of are higher this
I
time.
know, bro. Echamos mosca gente, bro.
If you sit at the very front, you're going to get mosca thrown
Y
at
es
you.
Father's Day, güey. Voy a agarrar todos al puro pinche pedo. Todos los pinches dead beach y la chingada. Friday, June 27th, Border Wars Pro Boxing Pain Arena. Tickets at painarena.com. I'll be the ring announcer for that one. And then July 3rd, Independence Day Block Party in San Juan, Texas. Jay Perez, Whiskey D, Lucky Joe, Buckin' Crazy, Midnight Run, Cheyenne, and Reckless Texas. And Bobby Pulido's going to make a special appearance in there, and we're going to perform our song Third Rate Romance, the one I recorded with Lucky Joe and Bobby and my band. We'll be performing it there for the second time ever in history, because it's not every day we get together like that, you know. So it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
July 3rd is going to be a free event. And then Saturday, July 5th, the Red, White, and Beach concert with Los Lonely Boys and Whiskey D, Cameron County Amphitheater, South Padre Island. Tickets at tixplug.com, TIXPLUG.com. It's going to be a beautiful amphitheater right by the water. It's fantastic. Get your tickets before they finish up, all right? It's going to be a packed joint. And then on Saturday, August 9th, Whiskey D at the Broken Sprocket Food Truck Park in Brownsville, Texas, 6305 Paredes Line Road. We're going to have a great party. We have a lot of friends in Brownsville that are going to show up, and we'll all jam out, have a good time, throw some jokes on stage and all that kind of good stuff, okay? So thank you so much, Jaime.
You're going to be busy, senor.
See, Dad. So I'm doing comedy, like when I was talking about balancing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, when I do comedy, I don't do band. And then once the
okay.
comedy shows, I finish them, and I'll go with the band.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
so I'm
that's good.
trying to balance that. And then we do this también. And my wife's about to get off of work. Thank God. She's going to be off for a good month and a half
A little
también.
bit,
So
yeah. For a little bit.
la pongo a trabajar, carnal.
Royalties.
Tenemos que.
Nadie se sienta, carnal.
Tenemos que. Yes, sir.
Sí, sí.
Yeah.
So, estoy stacking up and try mix y todo ese jale también.
That's why. Por eso vive ahí con Dr. Tease, porque he needs the energy.
Si pasas por aquí por la casa y ves humo saliendo de arriba de la chimenea, es que la ruca me está haciendo unas tortillas recién hechas, carnal, un guisado, carnal.
Damn it.
Yeah, reward.
Reward.
Puro Dr. T's, papá. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us, and make sure to like, subscribe, and share, because every time you hit that thumbs up, it helps us out a lot. And we're almost at 40,000 subscribers. We're from coast to coast, and we're from border to border, and we're in other countries as well. So thank you so much. Don't forget, follow 5Fs on social media. Find out where they're at. Stream their music. Share it with everybody. They've got something new, man. Something fresh coming out. Thank you so much for joining
Muchas
us, okay?
gracias.
Órale, ladies and gentlemen.
Bye.
Nos vemos.
Bye.